Now the question is the Russia-Ukraine war on the verge of expanding further? Senior NATO generals warn that the alliance must be ready for Russian strikes on European targets, with Germany as a potential focal point. Lieutenant General Alexander Solfrank, NATO's logistics commander in Germany, has urged ally nations to cut through bureaucratic red tape hindering troop movements. The fear is a potential Russian offensive within the next 3 years. Now, while Russia is currently heavily engaged in Ukraine, NATO leaders fear that it may redirect its focus to European territories. General Solfrank and others from Germany, the US and the Netherlands fear that in this scenario the Russians would launch an attack far beyond the front lines. This with the intention of destroying the military and civilian infrastructure required to continue the war effort. Other officials have also emphasized the need for NATO to think about being contested in all domains. From cyber threats to missile strikes, the generals have highlighted a rapidly changing threat landscape. The potential targets range from munitions factories and command centers to power plants, bridges and railways. Various other army generals are therefore suggesting that NATO must balance risks. It should further invest in extra capacity to have options for munitions storage, unit movement and command post setups. But the headache extends to bureaucratic hurdles. This as talks continue to be ongoing on whether or not to create military corridors across Europe, similar to the Schengen area, which is the European Union's passport-free zone for air and sea routes. This to streamline exchange and transport of military equipment. This is why General Solfrank has called for immediate action to reduce red tapeism. Apart from this, there are calls for more flexibility in utilizing equipment across NATO member states. Meanwhile, according to a German newspaper, the German armed forces are actually preparing for such an eventuality. This includes Russian cyber attacks and sabotage against German targets. As NATO grapples with these challenges, leaders stress the importance of united efforts to secure differences against a rapidly evolving threat landscape. The next NATO summit is going to be held in Washington in July. It could possibly reveal measures to address these bureaucratic concerns.